Yeah, myself Atul Gupta. I am basically heading R&D center in Navi Mumbai. I'm looking forward to get some good candidates from here.
Myself, Shishir Gupta. Basically, I am heading the Power Electronics and Automation Technology Center. And our group basically deals with software development, industrial software development and platform development. And the power electronics area is basically medium voltage and LV products. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Umesh Mishra. I joined L&T, which is now part of SEIPL in '98 as a GET, like you people. Presently, I am handling the small and mid-size automation projects. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Paresh Kothare. I also joined IQ as a GET in 1991, part of L&T, and now a part of SEIPL. I am heading the SAP Product Lifecycle Management practice, but bring in a lot of domain experience.
Network design as well as network automation.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Shomo. 10 years ago, I was sitting right here. So I passed out from BIT in 2013. And today I'm taking care of our employee-facing IT needs. I'm the director for digital workplace, and you'll meet a lot of our team as well. So all the best to all of you.
Good morning, guys. I'm Vishwanath Nayak, architect in Schneider Digital, part of Schneider for over 8 years, and hope to have some colleagues from here.
Morning, everyone. I am Yasin from Mumbai. I did my electrical engineering in Mumbai. Thereafter, I worked for Siemens for 4 years in manufacturing, so medium voltage L&T. Have had a lot of projects together with L&T as well. Thereafter, I did my master's in industrial management, and then I'm with Schneider for a little over 6 years, and leading analytics practice for HR. And good luck, and looking forward to have some of you on board. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Amit Bansal. I'm part of the HR team. Joined Schneider as a GET, worked there for 2 years as engineer, and then moved to HR because of interest and passion. 18 years in Schneider. So happy to be here and will recruit lots of people. Thank you.
So in short, it was beware of him, by the way. All right, good morning, everyone. This is Preeti. I'm also from HR. Looking really forward to talk to all of you and have some of you on board. All the best.
Hey, hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Nilu and part of HR team. All the best to all of you. One thing which I want to say, we are not as serious as we look. Okay, so we have
new heights. Looking forward to meeting you guys.
Hello, folks. Good morning. I am a senior analyst for endpoint management. I work in global technology services with Shomu in digital workplace, and I passed out from here in 2018. So we've been right where you are. Be cool and all the best, and looking forward to meeting you.
Hello, my name is Gaurav. I pass out from Manipal. I'm working Schneider for the last 6 years and a part of the digital workplace under Shomu. And all the best, all of you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Nishant, again, like Manu, passed out from VIT in 2019, just before COVID. So I'm working as a senior analyst for the digital workplace IT needs for the global landscape, and looking forward to interacting with almost all of you maybe, and all the best.
Good morning, all. I'm Dr. Kiran Kumar, a part of A. Thank you all. All the best.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nikhil. Honestly speaking, I'm a little nervous because I feel you guys are more smart enough than what I am. Probably only difference between you and me is like I'm put on a little. Okay. Formally introducing myself, I have 9 years into experience into campus side. I've been hiring people from almost all the premium institutes across India. Worked with lot many other big names. I have joined Schneider very recently, so I'm as young as you. Okay, all the best. Do well.
Good morning to all of you. My name is Vikram Goyal. I'm part of campus hiring team along with Devanshu and Nikhil. Primarily responsible to identify and hire brilliant young minds like you from the campus to the corporate. So wishing you all the best. So basically we would be your go-to persons for another couple of days. So all the best. Thank you.
You already know I was introduced. I'll reintroduce myself. I lead university relations and employer branding for Schneider Electric in India. My name is Devanshu Mehta. And if you don't clap now, you're not eligible for placement. Okay. Now coming back to the few questions I want to ask. Again, no prizes for guessing it right. No negative marking. Why is your first job important? It gives you a road test. You guys will be the best people to answer that. But yeah, it will give you a good growth trajectory. Yes. What else? Yes, please.
I think joining the right company at your first go should give you an edge over the other people. Well, I think if you think you're a good fit for that company, and if it's a good place.
What else? So basically, you're saying there will be a platform where you will develop your skills. Okay. Basically, we are transitioning from academics to corporate. So actually, we need to identify our skills as well as the right company to identify your potential. And you will go from day one. I can go here. That's why you did the right company. Very good. What else? Your learning experience also. Correct.
You'll be financially independent, won't you? What else? Boost your confidence to learn. Another important factor is somebody has actually will help you identify where it is. You will also be able to apply your knowledge to do something practical. You will find a good network of people, especially from campuses. You will make new friends, get acquainted with new colleagues and people learn from people. We have no cross, very good quality of the so you could also in this entire arrangement would aid your learning. What else? You can experiment. Okay. Again, if it's not thought about it, go back, dwell on this, and probably make notes of why do you think your first job would be important? And the answer would be different. My next question to you is, how would you decide which organization to join? There are multiple companies coming at your campus. Right? What is important for you? How would you choose, okay, this company is better than this company? First, compensation is one factor, but that should not be the only factor. How would you decide which organization to join? Work-life balance. Some companies getting this payment for quite some time. That's not the opportunity to grow and what is the hybrid?
Sir, I think if the mission and vision of the organization, which they're working for together, aligns with your values, then the satisfaction that comes with it is enough.
I think another factor is like how much you actually care about our students and show us that you're concerned about us. So we don't feel like just another number that you're recruiting. Yeah.
Wonderful. Great. So what we'll do is, in next 1.5 hours, we'll tell you that what we as an organization have done. Well, we'll also get some success stories there. We'll see how people have grown in the organization. Right? What before I pass on the floor to speaker, I'll play a video, a corporate video, and then I'll introduce our speakers for the day once again. Right? And then I'll pass the floor. Sounds like a plan? Okay, great. Okay, so we are first starting with the, I think we'll change the plan. We'll start with the introductions first. You've already met Mr. Paresh Ramesh Kothare. He is Senior General Manager for IT, SEIPL, ENA. Paresh heads the Product Lifecycle Management in the SAP IT Business Technology and Lifecycle Management function of SEIPL, ENA. He is experienced in managing business functions from engineer to order, switchboards to application engineering, product engineering, and test engineering before taking up a stint in ENA level IT roadmap strategy. He was also part of the core team which implemented SAP PS, SAP project systems for the ETO business in 2008-2009.
He holds a BE in Electrical from VGTI and Masters in Financial Management from Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies. We have Mr. Soumya Seth, Director for Digital Workplace Solution Delivery and Operations. Soumya is the global leader for solution delivery and operations for digital workplace. He holds a Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering from Vellore Institute of Technology. He joined us as a GT and has held various positions during his tenure with Schneider Electric. Experienced IT professional with a demonstrated history of working in the large-scale enterprise IT industry, skilled in SaaS and employee digital tools, global tool deployments, global IT release and support management, project management, and people management. We have Mr. Shishir Chandra Gupta. He is Senior GM Power Electronics and Digital Solutions for SEIPL ENA. Shishir heads the Power Electronics and Automation Technology Center for SEENA. He holds a BSc Tech in Electronics Engineering from University of Mumbai. His role is to help clients to achieve their business objectives and achieve tangible business outcomes by leveraging technology and solutions based on drives, automation, IT/OT, and convergence. He has over 30 years of experience, and in his tenure, he has held a variety of leadership roles in product development, project management, leadership, client relationship, large program management, P&L responsibilities, and driving large business transformation initiatives. He has set up the Power Electronics and Automation Center at L&T. This center has developed several power electronics, LV and MV drives, and automation products, BC and card reader. We have Mr. Rajiv Arora. He is Senior GM CSQ Tools and Competencies. Rajiv is responsible for CSQ tool deployment effectiveness, I2P, international CSQ governance, IMS, SPS, CSQ, COPQ, and CSQ winning plan, focusing on improving the quality of Schneider Electric's products and enhancing the overall customer experience. His expertise lies in quality planning, reliability, and quality and mission profiling. Rajiv is a certified Six Sigma Black Belt, having 27 plus years of experience in quality management. Then we have Mr. Amit Kator. Just allow me a moment. Okay. He is a general manager for software in R&D, experienced software engineer with a demonstrated history of working in software development, skilled in Eclipse, IntelliJ, Python, MongoDB, Java, Angular, Azure, Cloud, and debugging. Strong engineering professional, graduated from KSR College of Engineering. Amit joined us as a software engineer and has held various positions during his tenure with Schneider Electric. Prior to joining Schneider Electric, Amit worked as a senior software engineer with Entity Data Corporation and as a process associate with TCS. We have Mr. Amit Bansal. He is general manager for HR for R&D. Amit joined us and he joined us as a GT. He worked as an engineer, and then he right now is an HR generalist and has held various positions during his tenure with Schneider Electric. He holds a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering from RV College of Engineering, an MBA from Tapai Management Institute, and Executive Diploma in Human Resource Management from Xavier School of Management. Practicality and logical implementation of policies and procedures pleases him. He loves to experiment with new ideas for employee satisfaction and engagement. Someone just mentioned that how do you follow your passion within the organization? I think Amit is an epitome for the same, because he joined as an engineer and then he was passionate about HR. He moved to HR, right? Then we have Ms. Preeti Patita Kulkarni, Senior General Manager HR BP, a seasoned and result-oriented professional with 16 years of experience in human resources, with an ability to deliver within fast-paced environments demanding strong organizational and interpersonal skills. She has worked across industries in IT, software, R&D, and retail, with experience in the area of HR, business partnering, consulting, influencing, and coaching business leaders, executing and enabling organizational changes, effective global metrics, stakeholder management. Prior to joining Schneider Electric, Preeti worked as a Deputy General Manager, Human Resources with Arvind Lifestyle Brands Limited, Senior Manager, Human Resources, APAC with Kasaya, and HR Business Partner with Honeywell Technology Solutions. She's graduated from, she's a BSc graduate in Computer Science from Gulbarga University and MBA in Human Resources and Management from Bangalore University. Again, a big round of applause for all our speakers today. We'll now play the corporate video, and then I'll request Mr. Somerset to take the floor, please. But we have transferred the presentation and it was on the PPT. We'll need support with this. From where? It says media available. Do we have Wi-Fi? If Wi-Fi is connected, we'll play this on YouTube. It is there. What we'll do is we'll play it on YouTube. Okay. Okay. Escape. And so media available. The presentation? Okay. Where is the presentation? Did you save it? This is not our laptop. Yes, yes, please. Go to some settings. Thank you. You want to share screen? You want to share screen? No. This one. Go to slide mode. I'll do something. Just bear with us for some moments, please. These other videos will also not. No, we have our laptop. We have to. No, you will have to unshare. Please go ahead. Okay, sir. I'll use this. So we can start.
The world is full of people telling you who to believe.
So. Yeah.
The world is full of people telling you who to believe they are, but we thought we'd tell you who we're not. Let's start here. We're not in shipping. We don't make. The world is full of.
You want to share it? Please go ahead. It's already shared. We didn't do anything. It's already on share. 1 minute. Put it on full screen.
Is full of people telling you who to believe they are. Well, we thought we'd tell you who we're not. Let's start here. We're not in shipping. We don't make lifts. Seriously, no lifts. We do this. We're good at this. And we make all of these. And even though you'll find us here and here, we don't make energy. We make you save it. And you'll be saving the environment too. Are we an internet company? Well, we connect and power just about everything around you, helping machines talk to each other and to you, making your world more personal. We're seeking out the big questions and answering them honestly. Like, how can we make the most of our energy and resources? Or can we make access to energy and digital basic human rights? We're real people, employees, developers, partners, investors, and inventors, all passionate about doing what's right. We're open, humans of all sorts from all over, learning from each other and about each other. We're not here to save the world. It'll go on with or without us. We're here to be your digital partner for sustainability and efficiency, to ensure life is on everywhere, for everyone at every moment. Does this sound like you? Are you someone driven by a sense of meaningful purpose? Would you rather devote your time to this and this instead of this and this? Are you happier working somewhere inclusive like here instead of here? Do you want to feel empowered like this rather than this? Maybe there's something we can learn from you and something we can achieve together. Let's talk.
Okay, let's talk. Move the slides. It's shared, right? We'll come up. All right. So I hope you all like that video. This one, the PowerPoint, or you can just share the screen. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you all liked the video. How many of you thought we made lifts when you heard the name? Anyone? One person. That's good. You spoke to your parents, told the company name. Nobody said, we've seen lifts and escalators at malls with the same company name. No, I see some nodding heads. All right, good. So let's talk a little bit about what we do. And I'll take you through most of the slides. I'm not going to read them out. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. Making the most of our energy and resources that's available. So that's the key tagline, the key theme that you will see across all of our content today. And that's the main motto of the organization. So we call ourselves as the digital partner for bringing in sustainability and efficiency across. So I'll take you through. Okay, so I need to play one more video. Right out. Yeah. It's there, I just checked. Yeah, let's play it, it's fine. Why are we not sharing the screen?
We have been living in an age of fire. Since harnessing its power, it has fueled our evolution. but it came at a cost. It's time to decarbonize. It's time to evolve to a new electric world. It's time.
Give them a second for them to check the audio. It's fine?
We have been living in an age of fire. Since harnessing its power, it has fueled our evolution, but it came at a cost. It's time to decarbonize. It's time to evolve to a new electric world. It's time for a change of mentality. Let's look at electricity through a digital lens and let them bring out the best in each other. When electric meets digital, it gives us new ways of thinking about it, new ways of distributing it, new ways of saving it. Energy becomes visible, connected, smarter, more controlled. It becomes Electricity 4.0. Electricity 4.0 works for you and with you. It delivers more and wastes less. It helps companies and individuals operate more efficiently, more successfully. It helps our planet become more resilient. A new all-electric, all-digital world. The future is simply electricity for zero. Zero waste, zero emissions, zero carbon. Electricity 4.0.
Share the screen, right? You do not have to keep switching it. Just share. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about sustainability and what we spoke about so far, right? So using our products, what we claim is that 800 million metric tons of CO2 emissions will be saved by our customers by end of 2025. Some of our products very recently launched our SF6 fleet. Who can tell me here what is SF6? Anyone? See one hand, please. What does it do? Okay, great. Excellent answer. So this is one of the key gases that's harmful to the environment as part of the greenhouse emissions. And Schneider was one of the first companies that came up with a product that was SF6 free. So you'll hear a lot more about the products in later slides. We also claim to be 75% green premium. Anyone? What does green premium mean? Any guesses? No? Okay. So green premium is basically the additional cost that you do for doing business in a green way. And our claim is that if you use our products, if you use our solutions, you will actually be saving 25%. So your 75% of the original cost will be your green premium. And of course, we want to be carbon neutral. How? We have some goals. Let me see if I can move this around. All right. So we want to be carbon neutral in our operations by 2025. We have a net zero CO2 emission in our operations by 2030, net zero CO2 emissions in our supply chain operations by 2025, and zero biodiversity loss. For carbon neutral, you see something that's written there as scope 1, 2, 3. Anyone here has studied a little bit about sustainability can tell me what scopes 1, 2, 3 are when we talk about carbon footprint? Any guesses? Anyone? No hands? Okay. So when you talk about carbon footprint, scope 1, 2, 3 are basically 3 different levels. Let's say I'm an organization. I myself am generating greenhouse gases, or I'm myself generating carbon waste. That is scope 1. Scope 2 would be I'm consuming electricity that's being made by burning coal. So scope 2 is you're consuming energy that is in itself having carbon waste. And scope 3 is I work with vendors, I work with partners, or other suppliers who in themselves are carbon emitters and they're causing emissions. So those are the different scopes, and we want to be fully carbon neutral end to end by 2040. These are some of our 6 long-term commitments. I'll let you read through. It's quite self-explanatory. So we want to act for a climate positive world. We want to be efficient with resources. We want to live up to our principle of trust. So you'll see more, you'll hear from our HRs as well. Trust is a key factor in our employee story. We want to create equal opportunities, not only for our customers, but also for our employees, for our people who work for us. We want to harness the power of all generations. We want to be inclusive of experience, inclusive of all ages. And at the same time, we want to empower local communities. So I think there's a saying that if you look up Schneider Electric on YouTube or on videos, it's called to be the most local global company. So I'll give you a few more seconds to go through all the statements there. Move this around. All right. So in our mission to be a digital partner for sustainability and efficiency, we deliver decarbonization solutions. 50% of our global revenue comes from digital and services. So once a product is installed at a customer location, it doesn't end there. We have services which take care of those product lifecycle for maintenance, for updating them, for ensuring the customers getting the best out of those products. We manage energy worth of 30 billion through some of our business partners. And as I said, 800 million worth of metric tons worth of CO2 being saved by the end of 2025. A little bit about the history of the organization. So Schneider Electric has been around for quite some time. You'll hear in detail about India as well. But globally, we were founded in 1836. Back then, we were mainly in the mining industry, making steel for machine industries. 1891, we launched ourselves into the emerging electricity market. 1944 to 1980, that's when we started diversifying. So if you join the organization, you will see that Schneider pretty much acquires 1 or 2 organizations every year. That's how we grow, by acquiring young companies, people who are doing the right thing that really values with our mission. So that's when we started diversifying. Then 1981 to 2003, we moved away from steel and shipbuilding, and we wanted to get into the energy industry. And 2003 to 2021, one of the main companies we acquired in that time period was American Power Conserve. So you may have heard about APC, UPSs. So that was taken up by Schneider, and we've moved towards building automation, security, and software. Moving on. Little bit about our global presence. So 5% of our revenue goes back into R&D. 2021 revenues were close to 29 billion euros. 43% of our revenues come from new and emerging economies, and we have 128,000 employees in over 100 countries. That's the overall footprint. So most of us today here are from Schneider Digital. We are present here in India. We are present in Europe and North America. We also have a significant presence in China with our factories there. And the 2 businesses you hear about, industrial automation and energy management, those are pretty much the breakdown into our revenues. Any questions so far? No? All right. I can move this out of the way. All right. So how do we do what we are talking about, right? The 2 businesses that we have, industrial automation, it's about making the processes more efficient. Energy management is more about bringing in energy efficiency. So you will see a lot of details on our products, the kind of solutions that we deliver for our customers. These are some of the different products that you will see. One of which all of you may be aware that we have recently started doing for the consumer market is Visor. So there has been a lot of interest recently in home automations, and for the India market, Visor is our product. Again, go out there, look it up. You will see a lot of interesting things coming up. Moving on, as I said, most local of global companies. These are some of our footprints, North America, Europe, China, and India. We have suppliers, we have supply chain officers, we have sales, products, and R&D in all these different regions and hubs. A little bit about all the different industries that we are in, right? So again, I'll let you go through the numbers, But buildings, data center, infrastructure, and industry. These are the main 4 areas we are part of. Just, I'll let you read. I'm not going to read out everything there. All right, moving on. How many of you can tell me a little bit what EcoStruxure means to you? I'm sure before coming for the talk today, you would have read about Schneider Electric online, done a little bit of your research, would have come across the word EcoStruxure. Okay, please. Okay, anyone else? You are close. Any other guesses? Go ahead. Close. All right. So EcoStruxure is basically our marquee architecture and platform for all our services. So we talk about connected products, we talk about edge control, and then we talk about analytics and services. So we say that from the shop floor to the top floor, every equipment will be connected. Every equipment will have edge control, meaning you will be able to control each of those equipments through software. And then you will have analytics and you will have apps on top of all of that. So imagine, having insights like you're running a factory and our solutions will tell you how much is the energy utilization at each level, how much is the energy being wasted at each level. And you will have insights which will help you take better business decisions. So that's the crux of EcoStruxure. There are various different end markets that are present. Again, you can see some of the examples there. Cognizant, Tata Power, like I said, buildings, data center, industry, and infrastructure. These are the 4 different domains that we are in. Okay, moving on. I think Rajiv. So, like I said, you'll hear a lot more about Schneider Electric in India, and Rajiv Arora from our global supply chain team will take you through it.
Thanks, Amit. And good morning, all. I'm Rajiv Arora, as I already told you. So I'll take you through the global supply chain and India, how the Schneider Electric is merged across India. So Schneider Electric India is the global manufacturing hub for Schneider Global. So we are supplying from India to most of the world. Almost 95% of our production is export from the India factories. So if you see here, this is the growth story across India for Schneider Electric. We started as a joint venture with Tata Merlin, with the Tata Group, and as a Merlin in 1963 in India. So Schneider started. And then one by one, Schneider started acquiring some of the companies like S&S Switchgear. Crompton Greaves company was acquired in 2000. And there was a building base in India from 2002 to till 2009 was there. And where Schneider Electric acquired most of the companies, like, American Power Control. That was the best acquisition from the Schneider, from where the growth story actually initiated, and these factories are there in Bangalore. And then there was an aggressive growth from 2010 till now, and we are continuously on the same path. And we acquired most of the companies, and there are so many energy management products, and we are into the UPS power sector and all. You might be seeing here that Luminous, Invensys, and even recently L&T also. My colleagues are there. They will explain you about those things in detail in the later stages as well. So there was an aggressive growth happening at Schneider Electric. If you see here, we have the 33,000 plus employees in India, and we have the more than 60 plus sales offices across the India, and we have 30 manufacturing facilities across India, which are in mostly in the Bangalore and northern part of India, also into Baroda, Kolkata, and other clusters as well, which I will be explaining in the subsequent slides. And we have a very big customer base. Some of them are mentioned here, like Reliance, Tata Power, JSW Steel, Adani, NTPC, and we are into the supplying to the government organizations as well our products. So this is the glimpse of some of our factories. Like we have medium voltage factory in Baroda, and global R&D center in Bangalore, and again medium voltage switch gear factory in Kolkata, and we have a EPS and ETS factories in Ahmednagar, and EAC factory in Coimbatore, and then we have a manufacturing base in Chennai and Hyderabad for the breakers. It's a very big and smart factories are there, and transformer factories there in Vadodara, and we have MPS factory in Mysore. Some of them are not highlighted here. We have 9 manufacturing locations in Bangalore, where we produce the secure power and the industrial automation products, even and as well as the cooling products as well. So coming to our product base, if you see, we are into medium voltage, low voltage, digital energy, and secure power, where we are supplying to our most of the renowned data center customers, which you might be hearing. Like all the mobile phones, whatever you people are using, are energized by Schneider Electric, their data centers. You people are using Google, Facebook, and those, and their data centers are also powered by the Schneider Electric products. And you see how we are managing our customers. If even the data center of your Facebook or Google stops for a minute, there will be $1 billion of losses are there. So quality management at Schneider is the key strength, so that our customers can get a trouble-free experience, and we are there to support our customers from quality point of view everywhere. Also, we are into industrial automation and home distribution as well, and metering devices, and yes, of course, the services and softwares are also available. I'll just pause for a second if you can go through the slides. So this is the portfolio of our products and technologies. So we are also collaborating with the Government of India on the many schemes, like we are into Make in India, collaborating with the government. We are developing the smart cities across India, and we are also supporting the skill up and startups across the India. And Schneider is part of the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which is initiated by Mr. Narendra Modi. And we are also involving into the corporate social responsibilities, and we are employing the youths, and we are also providing the trainings for the electricians and all, and we are also collaborating with the schools for the education and development of the children, and as well as we are helping some of the hospitals into the country. So that was the growth story about India. And coming to the global supply chain part, I will be taking you to the global supply chain. So here, if you see how a global supply chain works, there are the orders from the customers, then there will be logistics for the parts and products as well. And then there will be manufacturing, and then the products will be dispatched to our customers based on their orders. So we have almost 150,000 order lines per day from all the 30 factories across India. And we are producing 290,000 references, means models from the products which we have shown you. And there is 3,500 order lines per day from India factories only. Coming to the logistics, we have 98 distribution centers, and 6 major distribution centers are there in India. And we have all 188 factories in 44 countries across the globe, out of which 23 factories are only in India out of that. And we have 50,000 plus supplier base, and where we are purchasing the 14 billion euro amount of the purchase from those suppliers. And as far as India is concerned, we have 55% is the import from the suppliers, and 45% are the localization suppliers are also there in India. So in the Gardner supply survey in 2020, supply chain, so Schneider was ranked 4th across the globe and number 1 in the Europe. Cisco was the number 1 company, and after that Colgate Palmolive, and then 4th place was the Schneider Electric out of that. So coming to the mega trends are there in the, so the new normal, what is there is, so customer need a personalized experience for him, and we are living in a multipolar world, and so impact on the supply chain, what will happen on this is customers are value will be anti-fragile, and they will be looking for a personalized supply chain, means they're need based. Like for example, we have to supply to a data center of suppose Amazon, and they need a particular projects. They are running the different projects in the small cities as well. So we have provided them a personalized container kind of data center, and just they can plug and play the data center across any to cater the remote and small city customers also. And we need to be a sustainable and unique proposition for which the Schneider Electric is known for. And we have a very agile and short supply chain with an competitive edge over there. And we are also following the industrial 4.0 tailored supply chain model. So if you see, this is the growth story for the GSC. So from 2005 to 2008, there were footprint and lean manufacturing processes were there. And then we added the simplification from 9 to 11. And then we moved to the tailored supply chain, which I was talking about from 12 to 14. Then adding the upgrading the tailored supply chain to TSC 2.0. And 18 to 20, we moved to TSC 4.0, which is the continuous growth, and a lot of digitization is involved over there. And then 21 to 23, we have the winning plan, which is known as STRIVE, STRIVE. So, which is having the meaning as means sustainability, T is trusted, R means resilient, I means intelligent, and V and E is velocity and efficiency. So there are the meanings for all these pillars which are there in our STRIVE program, which we are following as a winning plan and global strategy of our Schneider Electric. So that is our slogan, that strive for the best. And we are working with our partners, consumers, and end users. And there are 5 supply chain models into it, as I explained you: sustainable, trusted, resilient, intelligent, velocity, and efficiency. So as sustainable, as Soumya has also already explained you, like we are working on the carbon dioxide emission, it should be 0. And trusted comes especially for the quality, where we need to provide the personalized and superior experience to our customers, where to our web joint customers also. In resilient, we wanted to use the power of 2. Power of 2 means there should be always, for any particular part, we should have 2 or more than 2 suppliers. So if any issue is there, we can use the other source to continue our production and supply chain process. Intelligent is the autonomous supply chain, and where we are collaborating end to end with our customers and the suppliers. And velocity and efficiency to improve, we will be having a shorter and simplified supply chain. So these are the 12 key transformational projects where Schneider Electric is focusing on. So this is the electrical. So that was about the GSC and India story. So now my colleague will take you through the other part of the presentation.
Good morning, everybody. See, I represent the electrical and automation group of Larsen & Toubro, which was taken over by SE in 2020. And we were actually again as Schneider is one of the main competitors, but ultimately Schneider was taken over. So in the field of, let us say, switch gears, then system integration we talk about, there is a lot of synergy between these two companies. And this was one of the reasons why this company was taken over by Schneider. And control automation, if you see, is one of the system integrators of Schneider Electric, where the products of Schneider Electric, which is actually your switch gears, are basically switched together to deliver as a project. Like there are many projects. When you talk about projects, it is infrastructure projects, it is refineries, it is building management systems. So these basically comprise of different products. Okay. And control automation, if you see, is one of the biggest system integrators. And there was a survey, so we came number 2. Okay. And when you talk about the capabilities, we are in various segments actually, be it oil and gas, be it cement, be it safety systems, be it refinery. So most of the infrastructure projects handled in India, we are one of the beginners. So there are a lot of projects where we have taken the lead and we are one of the major references we have got. And in addition to this, if you see, the automation is one, but since the age of networking and all that, the competencies of telecom has become one of the major, because you need to give a solution where IT is the major backbone. So when we say IT, it is basically your RF communication, radio communication, wireless communication, then cellular communication, your Ethernet backbone communication. So all these becomes a part of the project. And ENA has got the capabilities of being one of the largest system integrator. And when we conceive a project, it is not a single product we are actually. The person who is executing a project needs to have a multiple domain. He needs to have a domain of mechanical engineering because he has to do layout of a system. Okay, cable engineering he has to do. He has to have a knowledge of instrumentation. He has to have knowledge of, let us say, electrical engineering. He has to have a knowledge of your SCADA, which is actually control system for all the plants. So here the system integration, when you talk, it is not a single, let us say, competency. It is a mixture of various competency, and this is in the form of applications. Now, applications can be in the safety system, can be basically in a refinery. If you see, there was an accident which has happened in Bhopal. Okay. And because the safety system was not working, and because of that, you know what catastrophe happened. So Schneider has got a product which actually fits in that. That is called SIL level, SIL 1, SIL 2, SIL 3, SIL 4. And we are actually executing them. In the major, let us say, hazardous industries like nuclear industries, or let us say you tell about refineries. So this safety system forms the basic safety systems for avoiding the environmental and human tragedies. When we come to, let us say, control and instrumentation, we have got pump controls, motor controls, and this is again in various fields, be it water treatment plant, be it cement plant, be it nuclear plant. The basic blocks remain the same. It is only the domain which is actually one of the very important things. How to basically switch the different products to basically perform a different function. And in infrastructure, basically, we have got references in the field of tunnel ventilation system, like cross-country tunnels running in kilometers. So there, the monitoring of carbon monoxide is very important. So competency of that we have actually got. So a lot of expertise, lot of competency, lot of domain expertise is actually residing in this particular group who are executing a lot of projects. Again, we have given a lot of systems for power management system. Like if you see Bangalore power management system for the international airport, Mumbai International Airport, the main electrical system is actually dependent on that. How power is evacuated, if there is a shortfall in power, how basically again a power has to bring back to for normal operation. So these type of logics, these type of expertise, this particular group is having. Approvals, if you see, we have got a lot of approvals for our projects. We are approved in EIL, we have got approvals for QRail, a lot of government agencies, M&M, so all the products are actually approved by them. So one of the things actually is system integration capabilities, as I said. Now, system integration capability, one is the product and other is a software platform. So we have our own software platform, which is actually called iVision Max, which is actually developed by E&A, which forms the backbone for all our industrial products. And this particular product is actually running in nuclear plants, or let us say refineries, your airport. So this is the common platform, and this particular software platform has been developed in-house, and the CNA has got a capability to basically give a product around it, a solution around this one.
Good morning, everybody. I'll take you through the new product development piece. As Shishir mentioned, I am also from E&A. So it was in 2020 that two behemoths, one is Larsen & Toubro, which had its own space, Schneider, which had its own space, joined hands together. And they basically came out with a huge merger that took place, where the R&Ds of both the sides also, today they are separate, but they bring their own flavors. And now with the merger having taken place, the synergizing efforts are being taken, whereby the skills of both the R&Ds are sort of enmeshed together, and we are moving in a synergistic way. Now, any NPDI cycle, any idea what is there in basically NPDI cycle? Who gives the inputs to NPDI? You're all young, budding engineers coming up across. So who gives the input for any product development? Any guesses, any answers? Customers, a very important part for which we are existing, right? Now there are, yes. Then there are basically site components. There is input that is coming from the production shop floor. There are inputs coming from the various peer departments in the organization. There are inputs coming from whatever technology has to offer. So all these are all synergized together, basically by the marketing department, and they make what is called as a marketing plan. Right? So marketing basically is a department which basically creates a demand. The R&D department creates products to fulfill that demand. Production engineering makes those products a reality by making tools, press tools, plates, fixtures, assembly aids, test benches. Then during that process, you are strategic sourcing in order to source the material that is required. You have a tooling section. Right? Then comes the assembly of these to make the product approval samples, which move on to quality department for testing. Once the approval plot which has to be generated, put to field test, and once that is passed, you get an approval for product manufacturing. So it's a cycle that is running across. And that is E&A, we call it as E&A product development system, PDDS. So if you see, E&A is having many attributes. R&D's with their testing labs are there. So when these products are made, these have to be tested with the various laboratories as to the statutory standards which are there for making products. We have over 5,000 person-years of experience. E&A started its operation somewhere in 1960. So there is a tremendous experience in the industry which E&A brings, because E&A comes from Schneider Electric, which was an Indian MNC. Schneider is a global MNC, and the fusion took place to create a new platform in 2020. Then 500 plus professionals are there with diverse skills. Now you'll all be imagining switchgear is an electrical product, but friends, switchgear, all the linkages in switchgear are mechanical. So mechanical engineers have a lots and lots of place in R&D. Although the electrical engineers look up at the product design, but finally the linkages, the design is all a function of mechanical engineers and tool engineers who find their place in production engineering. Then multi-generation end-to-end product development. That's what I mentioned, right from marketing to the point where costing is done, because you have to match the target cost. You are in a competitive market. Price is determined by market, not you and cost is what you, the company, defines. So if you have the cost in control, it is the target cost, you will profitability required. Then around 1,800 IPRs, that is patents, copyrights, design reviews, trademarks. We have a department or a sub-department in place in R&D which caters to this entire process. And we also have an IT system to manage this end-to-end. Complete development in digital platform. Now today the buzzword is digitization and digitalization. Any idea, can anybody tell me what is digitization and what is digitalization? These are definitely not synonyms. Any idea in that? Maybe part two click. Digitalization, we all started in 2019. Convert into soft format. That was digitization. And digitalization is once you convert into soft format, the data that you extract through that, you make it flow through the entire process as if you are moving across a chain, and that is digitalization. So what today everybody is speaking about digitalization. It means right from the start to the end. That is from marketing to costing. Complete data flows on the platform in E&A, which is called as portfolio management and project management. So that's what I mean with this complete development in digital platform with high-end simulation. State-of-the-art infrastructure. We have 3 or 4 systems for CAD modeling, development. Then we have data analysis system for magnetic thermal analysis. All these systems equip the R&D department with all the infrastructure required so that you can soft prototype the products before you actually make. And that's the edge that comes out of all. And last but not the least, only switchgear company which has won the prestigious Grammy Award by Japan in order to felicitate for the complete quality system that go in making a switchgear product. This was awarded to us in 2019 by getting this award from Japan. Any questions on this? So the structure and the capabilities, most of the part are covered. Technology development, new product, new technology development and its integration, advanced simulation, new product design, multi-generation platform product design, production engineering, where all my friends from mechanical and production will find their place. If you have the desire to design molds, jigs, fixtures, press tools, assembly aids, test benches, this is the area which was for you. And there is a department for manufacturing technology. Now, what this department does, it sets up the assembly lines in a factory and complete automation of these assembly lines from the top floor to the shop floor. Or maybe the data is picked up from the MES manufacturing engineering systems, and that is got abstracted to a higher level to MII systems, that is manufacturing information and intelligence systems. Just now our colleague was mentioning this structure from top floor to bottom floor. So this is all abstracted and brought up at the ERP and analytics level, where the informed professionals can have a view of that and make a good analysis of the data that is coming from the project. So this is the area in E&A R&D which basically takes care of that. Design, planning, and manufacturing of precision tools. We have a tooling department which was, or which is in fact the best in Asia. Our tooling department is responsible for converting the designer's dream into reality through the tools that we make, and then these tools are basically developing the products that all the entire environment consumes of. And life cycle management. I come from that PLM piece, product life cycle management. You know, any product, any solution, any service goes through a PLM cycle. Conception, work, development, growth, then sort of cash cow business, saturation, decline, death. And by the time that risk curve is complete, you have to start another risk curve immediately so that you are in business. So that intelligence must be there in the strategic department of an organization as to when to trigger that next risk curve. And that's where how the organizations are. Any questions on this, please? So these are the pride of E&A. We were involved in the Statue of Unity, which is the pride of the nation. Sriharikota, Kochi Airport, Howrah Station, and all these places our footsteps are doing their job, and control automation and Gupta and our Commissioner and all these places, you know, those are the sort of symbols of the expertise that E&A has delivered to the nation. Delhi Metro, DMRC, complete automation piece was done by E&A, and also when we were a part of L&T, engineering construction division of L&T construction of Kalcham Hydel product, Vidarbha Cricket Association. We were there, we have our breakers, we power breakers in these stadiums. Wankhede Stadium, Mumbai was completely refurbished by L&T in 80 days. And there the electrical was done by E&A. 50 years time. So these are some of the things which make us proud. Yes, now I would request. I think that was really informative. Even for us in Schneider Digital, we really enjoyed that session. Thank you, sir.
So I'll talk a little bit about what Schneider Digital is and what we do as the IT branch for Schneider Electric. Right? Two main themes. Primarily, we want to become the most digital technology company, and we want to become the undisputed leader in our technology portfolio. What that means, I'll walk you through in the following slides. Our digital vision is to transform at scale, and we can do that through our customers, through our employees, through our partners. That's the overall ecosystem that we work with. I'll spend some time on these slides. So these are the main 10 outcomes for Schneider Digital, which are our vision, our goal, and to walk you through each and every one of them, starting with customer journey. As we rightly heard that even for a product idea, it starts at the customer, right? They're the ones who give us the demand. Now, if the customer is not able to communicate well with the organization, that process is not efficient. As I said earlier, Schneider has grown through acquiring companies through the years. Before we started with this ideology, for a particular customer to look up Schneider products, to place an order, to pay for it, and then to track it, he had to go into 5 different portals, having 5 different username and passwords. To centralize all of that into a single experience, that's what we talk about frictionless end-to-end digital customer journey. We talk about 360 digital customer coverage, making sure that our customers are aware of what the value proposition of Schneider Electric is. We speak about data-driven personalized action, as we really heard right now. Taking decisions based on data, taking decisions based on the analytics which you're seeing is key today. So we have to acquire customer knowledge, we have to understand their needs, and at the same time, we have to ensure that we have database insights. One software, one UX, one data. So again, you heard about Aviva, you heard about ETAP. A lot of these organizations which we've acquired over the years all come with their own software expertise and their own software solutions. So the idea is to centralize all of that into a single suite. We don't want the customer to be confused when they look at our product portfolio. EcoStruxure as an open platform. So I spoke about EcoStruxure earlier. The idea about EcoStruxure is that we are open to anyone else to come and plug in. So if you're using EcoStruxure, doesn't mean that you have to use Schneider products at every level. So we want to make sure that it's an open platform. So if there are other vendors that the customer wants to use, we ensure that our platform is able to read, is able to understand the data that's being transmitted. Scaled digital services. The idea is that in India, we call ourselves the digital hub. And any kind of digital service that we are offering, it has to be scalable across the globe through all our business units and functions. Digitized R&D for faster organic innovation. So we heard a little bit about new product development, the entire life cycle. How do you digitize this? You heard about all the different stages. You heard about product life cycle management. There are complex software solutions and tools which are in place which take care of these. Again, since we are a very old company, we've acquired a lot of other companies on the way. In the past, if I'm not mistaken, our folks from R&D can tell us, we used to have 30 plus different databases for product information. Standardizing all of that into a single product database, which somebody from the shop floor to the design team, to the marketing team, to the salesperson can look up. It's a huge IT task. Moving on, future-ready supply chain. So you heard that Schneider was ranked 4th in 2020. And if I'm not wrong, in 2022, this year itself, the Schneider supply chain now is at number 2 for Gartner. So we really take pride in our supply chain and its setup. And the idea is that from a digital standpoint, we support all of their IT needs. We support all of their digitization needs. Next-gen finance. An organization of this size will require a lot of bookkeeping, will require a lot of strategic decisions based on costing. And you will have finance processes which can be automated today. In the past, you would have people doing a lot of paper processes. With technology, we can automate that. We can make things faster, efficient, more accurate while saving man hours. And lastly, lovable employee experience. That's where I belong. That's where some of my other folks belong who've come here today from digital. The idea is that for an employee, you heard we have 128,000 employees globally. They have a lot of IT needs today. They need to be able to talk with our customers. They need to be able to talk to each other. They need to be able to better empower themselves with learning? Are we making sure our employees have the right set of IT tools to do this? That's the last one. So these are the main 10 outcomes that we have for Schneider Digital. Any questions? Any doubts? No? All right. And how are we going to do this? So we have 10 outcomes that I spoke about. These are the main 7 enablers. Horizontal platforms. What does that mean? No project can be done in silo. In an organization this size, we really need to have platforms which can be leveraged by multiple teams. So whenever we talk about a new tool or a new technology, we want to ensure that it can be used by other departments as well. Digital ecosystem, I think I spoke about that so far. Agile mindset, agile methodology. Agile is not going out there and getting a certificate and then saying, yes, I am agile ready. It's also about mindset. It's also about understanding that you have to be iterative. At every step, you have to reach out to your customers, get feedback, and be in that mindset to try and improve. AI, of course, in today's day and age, we have to leverage AI and machine learning to make our processes as smart and value-driven. Data, digital talent, that's where all of you come in. We have to make sure that as an organization, we are hiring the right kind of digital talent who can take us further. And IT foundations. Okay, moving on. And of course, the thought process here is we want to strike the right balance. Scalability and global consistency. An organization our size will have different requirements in each geography. How many of you have heard about GDPR? 2 hands. Would you like to talk a little bit about it, what it stands for? He's actually spot on. So Europe was, please. So Europe was the first region to come up with these kind of data privacy norms where not just the customer, every European citizen's data is protected. And if an organization fails to protect that data, if I'm not mistaken, the fines are close to 4% of your yearly revenue or $50 million, whichever is higher. So data protection and security is key today here. So that's where I said, every region will have their own local norms, their own regional compliances that we have to adhere to. Technology, people, and of course, empowerment for localization. So from GSC, you heard that close to 55% of our raw material is imported, the remaining 45 is localized. Our idea is to increase that so that we are also supporting the local economy better. Right? Some of our strategic technology partners. So if you're joining Schneider Digital, you will be able to work with pretty much all of the key technology giants today. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Cisco, Salesforce, you name it, and we work with them. This is our technology stack. So if you join Schneider Digital, what are the key tools, the key technology that you will be working on? I'll let you go through it. I'm sure a lot of these names are familiar to you. If not, feel free to look them up. But this is basically the entire technology stack that we are looking to hire for today, that we will be training you, that you will be put in projects on, and you will get to scale up yourself on. Okay, any questions? Okay, can I move on? You've all gone through this slide? Okay. So let me again try and play this video out for you guys. It's there. Do you want to play the GPT video also now? No. Do you want to play the GPT video? The one we said. Okay. It is. Yes, it is. This is the R&D one. So this is a little bit about our R&D chapter here in India. You heard we have the R&D center here in Bangalore. So a little bit about that center. If we
From a child learning to read to the millions working in the cities, from your classroom peers to the entirety of humanity working towards bettering their lives, energy drives everything. As we move to the future, the demand for power increases while concurrently carbon emissions need to be reduced. Schneider Electric is a global specialist in the digital transformation of energy management and automation. We help our customers and the world manage their energy in a safe, reliable, efficient and sustainable manner. To ensure that life is on everywhere, we create innovations backed by extensive research and development. And we are looking for those who have the spirit of engineering and the tenacity to create the next big thing. As technology evolves, the future of energy calls for true engineering.
With an increase in digitization and requirement for electrical power, automation and agile data centers that are more efficient and safe, our research and development teams work collaboratively to make edge computing a reality. The team innovates constantly while adapting to the trends and requirements of tomorrow. These days, we are focusing on using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and much more to create revolutionary technologies that make our vision of a sustainable future a reality.
Our technologies have evolved with times, seamlessly integrating the connection of products, systems, hardware, machines, and the cloud. Our product engineering goes beyond electronics and mechanical engineering, as it encompasses hardware, electromechanical, mechatronics, firmware, electrical, electronics, and software, allowing engineers to reach their pinnacle of excellence in the engineering through the entire product life cycle. Right from the conceptualization and product development to testing and product realization, the vast infrastructure combined with the knowledge provided in the process of product development will give you the additional boost to create innovations that are revolutionary.
The best part about working in an organization like Schneider Electric is that they offer comprehensive as well as end-to-end expertise. This end-to-end expertise is aided with the right tools as well as the right environment to establish experience in holistic engineering.
If making a difference is the purpose that you're looking for, then Schneider Electric R&D is the right place to be. Keeping energy efficiency and sustainability at the heart of our strategies, we are committed to mitigating global warming and climate change.
The one who are there to disrupt, the one who are ready to leverage technology and innovation to turn bold ideas into reality. Schneider Electric R&D is the place to be.
At Schneider Electric, I have the freedom to explore and innovate and the opportunity to precisely shape my creativity into a revolutionary output. The exposure to cross-functional teams further improves problem-solving skills and results in decision-making, which is the key to any product development. You get to work with and impact many industries such as hospitality, healthcare, and many more. This may unfold opportunities for you to travel to many countries and solve a myriad of problems. The work you will accomplish will resonate with customers all over the world.
Working in Schneider Electric gives me access to design solutions by implementing matured and evolving software. I have worked and developed with Angular, .NET, Node.js to create EcoStruxure advices, IoT applications, and mobile apps. I have the confidence that I work not only with the best minds in India, but also in the world.
Using our revolutionary EcoStruxure platform that combines connected product at the edge of networks, I had the opportunity to contribute to Masterpact MTZ that was launched in India this year and is already being used by large organizations to optimize their power. Apart from being given the freedom to constantly innovate, I have the space to evolve as a team player and also as an individual. We have internal communities through which we commit to learning new skills, and we collaborate on certain projects to further hone our skills and minds.
At Schneider Electric R&D Center, our focus is to impact every aspect of life through technology and innovation. We bring energy and efficiency to enable progress and a sustainable future for all. And we are looking for people who will support us in achieving this endeavor. If you have bold ideas and the spirit to make a real difference to the world through engineering, join us at Schneider Electric and you'll be up for a meaningful career that ensures life is on for everyone, everywhere, and at every moment.
Good morning again. You have seen the video for the R&D. Do you have any questions before I talk about what we do in R&D? So what type of skills, what type of competency, any idea from the video? What did you catch? I know we are doing an overload of information to you, but that's important. So why is important? Why we're giving all that information to you? With your absorption power of 15%, some people head down, some people watching their mobiles, but still it's important. Why? Why we are repeating, we are started in 1836. Why ENA is saying we started our operation in 1960. Why this is all important? Anyone? Yeah, thank you. You have prepared really well, buddy. You gave all the answers. And all other friends of yours maybe, you know, are quite jealous. So be aware today, you know. You might be beaten by these guys. You're giving all the answers here. So what's important is you should know where you're going to, you know, which organization you're joining. We are talking about sustainability. We are talking about carbon emission, you know. And why so many people are presenting? Because we are hiring for multiple business units in Schneider. We are coming as one Schneider with multiple requirements. So coming back to R&D, we have multiple competencies. We do not recruit mechanical and electrical, we call it electromechanical. So electromechanical engineers are being, you know, given the work on design. So we'll be working on design. Some of you will be working on the CSNQ. Okay. Then we have a software where you'll be working on cloud, you'll be working on mobile, you'll be working on IoT. Then you'll be working on multiple other software integrations. We are here for the electronics engineers for our electronics and firmware division. Okay. So, but all these things talk to each other, you know. That's all about, that's what we talk about EcoStructure, connecting products, because we are all linked, we are collaboration. In Schneider R&D, we are very seriously implementing Agile, you know, and as someone said, Agile is not a certification that, hey, I'm Agile certified. It's a mindset. So if you are talking about, if you say we before me, collaboration, teamwork, you will not get individual goals, you will get team goals. So if you are super good, but your team, your colleague is not, you might not get your, you know, the best of the ratings. So that's all about R&D, collaboration, and working together. Any questions? I think pretty HR slide 5 minutes before they all sleep. Yeah.
Okay, so you all saw so far or heard so far in terms of what do we do, but here is where how do we do. What is our goal? Great people make a great company, and that's why we are here to talk to you, interview you, and probably hire few of you. Right, so coming to what we believe in is, this is our EVP basically. So anybody knows what is EVP? The world is full of jargons, so maybe we'll decode one. Okay, let me only tell you, it's employee value proposition. that means that this is what we believe in, and these are very, very, very self-explanatory. Thank you. So if you see, we believe in being meaningful or doing meaningful work. We love to be inclusive in all walks of life, and we empower our people to do what they have to do and be successful within the organization. Right? We walk the talk. Very self-explanatory slide. We will see this a little more in detail as we move on. So what is our ambition globally? The ambition is just two words: being inclusive and being caring. Why? Because people is crux of what we do. If we don't have people, then we don't know what we are doing, right? It all comes. So somebody said we are being hired for skills, right? But after skills, what? You need to know the company know-how, and that's why we are doing this presentation, so that you know where you are getting into. All right? So what is that we believe in? Equal opportunities to everyone, everywhere, and all employee feels that they're uniquely valued and safe to contribute their best, creating that psychological safe place for you to experiment along with us and enhance your experiences. A busy slide, but in crux, what we are trying to say is we are one of the organization globally who is quite inclusive in terms of people, policies, processes, and cater to global market. So when you join us, high chances that you will also experience global, maybe countries, cities, whatever you talk about, but through different kind of aspects in terms of pay for performance, pay equity, flexibility at work. There are a lot of policies which helps. And also we believe in, there has to be common grounds where we are work for. We quite a lot believe in diversity. Diversity doesn't mean only gender. It is also generation, race, caste, creed, religion, everything. But quite a lot focus on women as well globally, specifically in terms of ensuring that it's a common ground where we all work for. And we believe in inclusive policies which allows everybody to contribute equally within the organization. Our employee benefits. Somebody spoke about it, I guess. One of you said that we look for work-life balance, we look for something else. So these are the things which we really believe in. What do we believe in? Challenging work. It starts with that. What does that mean? That means we challenge you enough in your skills. We enhance your skills through training and development. We also enhance your careers and responsibility, but let me remind you, your career is in your hand. There is no system where it is going to be a spoon-fed. It's not anymore that you spend X number of years in the company and then, you get promoted. No, if you ask me when is my next promotion, if you join us, then it is in your hand. As far as you take more, ask for more, you will be growing within the organization. State-of-art learning and development programs. Yes, as an organization, we are somebody who will give you that support system and the ecosystem, which will help you to grow within the organization with different development programs at every level. It could be at your business level, the country level, or even for that matter, the global level. So there are opportunities, but it is in your hand to make the most of it, which is our tagline. Focused on holistic well-being. Now, specifically with the pandemic coming in, it was very important for all of us to look at the well-being of the employees, right? The reason because it was not easy, it was hard being at home. Suddenly the entire ecosystem changed, and we have adapted ourselves very well in terms of moving from what is best for the employees and give them that ecosystem which helps by bringing in different policies like infrastructure policies and many other policies which help people to work from home or anywhere they want and contribute still at the best. Moving on, employee share ownership. Yes, we have something called VSOP where employees also become the part of or owning the shares which company holds. Global family leave. Again, this is part of diversity where we include different category of employees and ensure that those policies are supporting them in terms of insurance, in terms of other aspects. It could be adoption, surrogacy, and you will see a lot more in terms of inclusive policies which we have. Flexibility of work. Somebody did speak about work-life balance, but I have a little different view on that. We believe in work-life integration, which means you need to be where you need to be. Today, if your office demands maybe 10-12 hours, you should be able to give. Tomorrow, if your personal work or personal life demands that, you should be able to balance that as well, along with our leave policy, what we have. So here is where we offer beyond work-life balance and work-life integration, which helps you to be where you need to be and manage your life and work at the same time, right? And then we have best-in-class health and life insurance coverage, which is very important in today's date. During the pandemic, we were the one who introduced extra cover policy so that anything, we have had employees being funded specifically through the corporate funds and welfare funds, which we had to support critical illness, which caused beyond pandemic because of the COVID situation. Yes. Thanks for adding that, Devanshu. All the employee benefits which we are speaking are over and above the compensation, which I assume, but thanks for calling out. All right. So we have been recognized as an organization for being people focused. A lot of women policies, lot of, as an organization, Kincentric has awarded us. This is just a snapshot. This is much more beyond. All that we want to say is, as we do things, we also ensure that industry knows about our best practices. We share our best practices through talks by our leaders. We ourselves represent in the industry and public forums, so that we are representing ourselves as an inclusive organization who believes and we walk the talk. So with that, I think, yeah, over to you, Devanshu. I've tried to keep it as light as possible. So this is what we truly believe in, and you are at the right place is what I would say.
We just have a couple of slides wherein we have testimonials from some of the people who we have hired from campuses. And then we also have some of your ex-alumnus of VIT. I would request them to come over to the floor to share their feedback as well. Shruti? That's okay. Anybody else? Ishan? Meanwhile, you can just go through these. And this, so while we have some of the people from VIT, we also have feedback from some people from some other good colleges of the country. Yeah, we'll wait for a while. Let them read through these, and then we'll start. Just 2 minutes. What do you should do? Who's starting? You're starting?
So like I said in my introduction, right, I can relate to you, I think really well, because I was sitting there just 3 years before, right? The same thoughts, work-life balance. Will I be growing in the company? Will I be learning every day or not? What would be my trajectory be, right? You all have some aspirations. Will I be following my aspirations or not? So there were similar thoughts, and as you could read in the testimonials as well, Schneider is a real company. It's a real people-centric company.
in the 3 years that I've been into multiple roles. This is my third year working in Schneider. I'm a product manager now. I have led multiple global projects as well till now. The work-life balance, yeah, I go party on weekends as well. It's pretty good. The celebrations that there are in Schneider, like we have the really good HR team. There are a lot of things that go on. There is a voice of workforce for employees where we hold multiple, events at Schneider. So it's like just an extension from college. It might feel a little bit, you are taking a big leap, but that's not the case. Schneider is very good in onboarding you. And I think you can be confident enough that you are joining a right team. And yeah, that's all from my Manu and Nisha.
Hi. So I've been to this auditorium a lot of times. I used to have a workshop here called Censored. I'm not sure if it's there anymore or not, but I used to coordinate it here, and I've been to this auditorium a lot of times for the same. So really nostalgic, and like Sushil said, we've all been where you are. We've all been the sort of mindset that you are in right now. For starters, when you start out in a company, I guess Schneider is one of the best ones you can go out for. We have a really good onboarding induction program. We get to learn a lot about the company. It's very, very diverse. You could see that from the number of employees we have, the number of business units, departments. There's so much to do. And you can have different career journeys as well. Like Sushil said, he's moved roles in a short span of 3 years. He's moved roles. I, on the other hand, I've been in the same team for 4 years. I've been growing in the same role. And I got to learn so much within that. So everyone can have a different career journey in Schneider. That is the kind of flexibility you do not have in many companies. And that flexibility and that freedom to choose what you want to do or where you want to grow after some time. So initially, I wouldn't paint a very rosy picture. Initially, everyone has to start somewhere, right? You would take some time, you would go to a role, you might be able to choose another role that you want to do later. So for all those things, we have internal mobility, and everything is kind of open. You get to learn about the different domains, and since it's a product-based company, you get to interact with so many different vendors that we have. So you have a very good exposure, and we are very ethical. I'm very proud to say that. I have so many peers from my batch where when I hear their testimonies and where they are in 2 years, I do understand very minute differences. Like it would be a 1% difference where I feel like, okay, Schneider is doing this part better or that part better. So I feel really proud in that context. Very good values and a very ethical company to work for. So yeah, looking forward to seeing some of you working with us next year.
I think my peers, Manu and Shishud, have covered all that we wanted to talk about. I would like to touch upon one final topic, and that is inclusion. Very honestly, I am also from VIT. I have been in classes where I will sit in the very last corner, completely distracted and not even in sync with what is going on. But believe me, in Schneider, that's not the case. From day one, your peers, your mentors, right, your HR team, they'll make sure they'll work hard so that you feel included, you are not left out, and they will give you an opportunity. Manu rightly said you need to start somewhere, but I can guarantee you that Schneider is a right place to start, because very honestly, the mindset takes a little bit of time to get adjusted, takes some time to get into that zone where you want to, you have a step forward, but then the subsequent steps needs to come from you. And that is where the inclusive nature plays a very crucial role. You're feeling included, you feel that you're part of the picture, and at the end of the day, you are creating value out of it. Creating some concrete value out of it, which gives a meaningful purpose to your
When you onboard,
I'm sorry. No, please go ahead. That was a mistake. That was
Take the cue there.
that was a mistake.
So, very honestly, I think that should sum up why you should choose Schneider. Join us soon.
Thank you. Before we wind up, we'll just have a video from our global chairman CEO. So for Schneider Electric, India is a global talent hub. It's a global hub for manufacturing and innovation. And you please hear it from the man himself.
when you onboard Schneider at our Indian hub, which is one of our 4 global hubs, you embrace the possibility to have multiple lives in your professional life. You can go like I did during my career at Schneider. You can go in R&D, actually the most high-tech R&D, inclusive of software, AI, data science, and the most advanced technology of energy management into any other form of development in your career, leading manufacturing capabilities at the top of what the world can do, going into sales, marketing, branding, organizing events, or being part of one of the most advanced corporate functions. And you will do that in an environment, Schneider Electric, which has been recognized multiple times as the best environment for work. On this capability to have multiple lives in your professional life in the same company will make that you build your equity on your capability much faster. And we want to you a career in India and outside of India, local and global, as you wish it.
Okay. We are open to there is no set number if all of you clear the interview process. But what eventually happens is that when the interview is complete, that is why all of a sudden. But having said that, year on year, the campus size numbers have increased. This year we offered more than 500 people. The target for next year is 750 class. So if all of you do well, we are happy to have that. Correct. We are not just an electric company anymore. That's what we are trying to explain, that we are a digital company. Do we have scope of web development? We just have 2 rounds of interview. You can do whether, so you guys should be proud of yourself. More than 2,000 people get a test. We start slowly up to. And after this, we just have 2 rounds of interview. Yes, please.
All the best once again. You know when the interview should be happening? I think next 20 minutes.